Hey, Phil, are you there? I hate to tell you this, but I might not be able to make it home tonight.
Excuse me, you going to be late again? Or are you saying you're not coming home at all? You're staying overnight somewhere?
Yeah, well, it's not decided yet, but the possibility of not coming home at all is pretty certain.
Really? Did your company put out some policy for this winter? It's supposed to get bad today, so unless you're on the night shift, all employees are supposed to leave early because there might be transportation delays or something. Wasn't that what they announced last week?
Yeah, that's what they said, all right, and I was all ready to leave when we got a call from one of our major clients. Apparently they encountered some serious system trouble on their main operating system. The weather is getting bad, but I can't just leave this and go home. We're talking about a major client. We really have to handle it tonight.
Yeah, I suppose it comes with the job, huh? Being a system engineer can get pretty hectic. They're always turning to you when there's even a tiny glitch. Anyway, this isn't the first time. Remember the one last year?
How can I forget that? That was during the big hurricane, wasn't it? That was pretty bad. But this time at least I don't have to go on site. I can do this all remote, but the only problem is I have no idea when this can be solved. We tried several solutions, but it rejected them all. Really not sure what the problem is. Worst case scenario, it may take all night. If, by chance, we find a solution, I can get home, but if not, I may have to stay all night. I'm really sorry about this, Phil. I hope you understand.
No problem. Just don't overdo it or anything. Rest when you can.
Thanks. Oh yeah. I hate to ask, but could you dump a cup of detergent in the washing machine and switch it on? It's ready to go.
Huh? You want me to do the laundry? You know the dryer's on the blink. Can't hang it out to dry in this weather. Why bother?
Yeah, but just having it washed and ready to dry will save me a lot of time later. I've got to do it any chance I get, or it will just pile up before you know it.
Right. Okay, no problem.
Oh, and could you throw in the kitchen towels and the apron in there too? I forgot to throw those in this morning.
Do we even have an apron? I can't remember using it.
Yeah, I bought it because I'm always on the run, as you know. Didn't want to dirty up my suit in the morning. It saved me the other morning, actually. Splashed egg all over it. I left it on the kitchen table. Forgot to drop it in the washing machine this morning. It's bright blue. I can't miss it.
Oh, okay. I'll check and see later on.
You're doing remote work all day today, right? No change in schedule? You don't have to meet a client later or anything, right?
Yep, that's right. As a matter of fact, I was in the middle of something just now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were on your lunch break. I'm sorry if I interrupted.
Don't worry about it. After I finish this up, I'm done for the day, so no problem.
Oh, okay, great. So you got the evening free then? All right then. I better be getting back to work. Gotta figure this thing out. If I'm lucky, I can get this done tonight. Wish me luck.
All right, good luck.
Hey, Phil, are you there? Please reply if you're seeing this. I thought you were home. You said you weren't going anywhere. It's a snowstorm out here. Where the hell did you run off to, for God's sake? Did you look outside? Have you taken a look in front of the house? Can't you see the snow piled up on the front walkway? Apparently snow slid off the roof. I got a call from Mrs. Barkley next door. You know, the old lady next door, right? Well, she told me that there was a woman buried in the pile of snow. Must have approached the house and the snowpack slid off the roof or something. It was apparently a pretty large pack of snow. Luckily, Mrs. Barkley called the ambulance right away because nobody was home at our place. It took a while for the ambulance to get there, but she said she seemed okay as far as she could tell. As for me, I'm still at the office. We solved that system error problem, but all transportation has been delayed. I have no way to get home because of this snow. I have no idea where you are, so I'm just relaying all this information. Just so you're aware, I can't believe you're not home, Phil. Where'd you go, for crying out loud? Contact me as soon as you see this message. I just hope you're not in trouble or anything. To be honest, I'm worried sick. Phil, are you there? Where the hell are you? I can't seem to get a reply from you. Are you even seeing this? I'm not even sure if you got back home or not. I don't see an icon on screen indicating you're seeing this. Do Do you even have the thing turned on? Or is your battery just dead and you can't charge it? What's going on, Phil? You're scaring me. I need a reply ASAP. We need to talk about what to do about that woman who was injured in front of our house. She's at the hospital over in Richmond. We can't just ignore her. She was injured on our property. We could get sued, so contact me right away after you see this. You do realize that you're in a real precarious situation here. I hope you're aware of that, Phil.
What the hell is this, Melanie? What's with this message? Sending me crap like this? Is this some kind of gag you're pulling? What's up with this? Making up some far-fetched mumbo-jumbo about you being taken away by an ambulance? What's with this play act and exaggeration? This is not even funny at all, Melanie. And even involving Mrs. Barkley? She's just a little old lady, for God's sake. How could you get her involved in your little prank? It's like you're showcasing your frustration to everybody in this neighborhood. Aren't you in the least bit embarrassed by this dumb little charade? And where were you taken? You said Richmond. Are you talking about the big one on 5th Street? I don't really care, to be honest. I don't plan on visiting you there anyways. I mean, seriously, why would I after what you pulled?
Huh? Pardon me? What are you saying? I'm still at the company. I really can't get out of this right now. I'm not sure I can get home right now.
Hold on a second. Pardon me?
And what the hell are you blabbering about? Phil, I'm really busy right now. I thought I explained it all to you.
But you just messaged me about you getting buried in front of our house and that you were taken to the hospital. What was that all about then?
Phil, are you even reading that message properly? Did you just glance at it? Sure sounds like it.
Huh? Wait a second. You're telling me I read it all wrong? I'm pretty sure...
Just read it over one more time, would you please? And this time, slowly, so that you understand the entire situation.
What is this, Melanie? Some woman was hauled off to the hospital from our house? Are you serious? It says she got buried in snow in front of our house. Are you kidding me? What the hell happened?
Come on, Phil. You did that, didn't you?
Huh? Excuse me?
What was that crap you said to me? You read that message from me all wrong. You thought it was me that got buried in snow, and you didn't give a hoot about me. You weren't even going to visit me at the hospital. Are you serious, Phil? Your outburst is all on record, so there's no use refuting any of it. You meant what you said. There is no denying the fact.
Yeah, well, I just misinterpreted the message is all. I didn't mean it. I was upset. What can I say?
Oh, really? Sure seemed like you meant it. Like I said, the line messages are left on record. There is no disavowing it now. I could even print it out if I wanted to. You want me to do that? Oh, yeah, and I just got a call from the hospital. They were finally able to identify that woman that was taken there.
What?
They said her name was Deborah Sinclair. Ring any bells? I wonder why she was at our home. Delivering something, perhaps? Or maybe visiting someone?
Hold on a second. Did you just say Deborah Sinclair? I mean, just wanted to confirm, you know.
That's right. Sure sounds like it rings a bell with you, Phil. On the other hand, I have no recollection of such a person. Who is this Deborah Sinclair? You know her, right? Who is she, Phil?
I'm not sure. I thought it was you.
Yeah, and? You thought it was me, so what?
Forget what I said. It's nothing.
It's kind of late to be saying any of that anyways.
Pardon me?
Phil, do you know how much time has passed since this Deborah was taken to the hospital? It was a pretty frantic situation that unfolded over there. All the neighbors were out, the ambulance blaring down the street. A couple of cop cars even showed up. In such a situation, don't you think they did a little background check regarding the whole thing? The cops aren't stupid, you know.
What are you trying to say? Come right out and say it, Melanie. You got my undivided attention. Give it a go then.
All right, if that's the way you want it, Phil. I know all about your little affair, Phil. That Deborah, she's your hot little babe, am I right?
Wait, what? How do you...
And you were seeing two separate girls. Really, Phil? I didn't realize you were such a low-life scumbag.
Oh, wait a second. Why do you even know all this?
Okay, you seem completely bewildered, so let me explain the whole thing to you, Phil. Once you found out I wasn't able to come home last night because of the system troubles we had at the client's place and the fact that the traffic was all disrupted due to the snow, You immediately contacted both Deborah and this other girl you're seeing. But apparently Deborah wasn't able to make it, so you decided to spend the day with your other lover. How am I doing so far, Phil? Did I miss anything? What I think you probably did was you decided to go and pick this girl up somewhere because of the snow. That left the house temporarily empty. But because you're so absent-minded and don't really think things through, or maybe it was you because you were so excited to see your lover. I don't know. Well, in your haste, you left the door unlocked.
Huh? I'm pretty sure
Then unexpectedly, Deborah decided to show up at the house. Was she there to surprise you? Or maybe she thought it over and decided she wanted to see her lover boy? Not sure. I guess when she arrived to find the front door open, she figured you were working inside and went in without calling out to you or bothering to knock. After all, you did tell her I wasn't coming home that night because of the snow. She went straight to the kitchen and put on my blue apron, the one I asked you to throw in the washing machine. Then she started cooking dinner for you, as if she were your wife.
Wait, let me explain, Melanie.
Then you came waltzing in with your other lover like nothing happened. You took one look in the kitchen and saw a woman standing there with a bright blue apron. You immediately thought it was me and thought your little love affair was exposed. In your panic-stricken way, you grabbed the woman, who you thought was me, from the kitchen and pushed her out the back kitchen door and onto the snow. You didn't even bother to check if the woman was me.
Are you telling me that woman I tossed out was Debbie?
Yep, that was Deborah. But you seem to prefer Debbie. You guys figured you couldn't very well have your fun and games with the wife at home, so you guys immediately left the house and locked the door on your way out. I have no idea where you guys went, but you were definitely with this other woman of yours, right?
Well, we were... Hey, what happened to Debbie?
I heard that when you tossed her out the door, she fell off the porch and broke her ankle. Apparently you told her, thinking it was me, of course, to stay in the snow to cool off or something to that effect. Debbie managed to make her way to the front door, but it was locked. When she tried to leave the house, she fell off the front porch and couldn't get up due to the severe pain in her ankle. It was really starting to snow about that time, and she gradually got covered in snow, and to make things worse, the snow piled on the roof slid off and buried her even further. She tried calling out, but snow really insulates sound. Did you know that? As you probably know, when it snows like that, there are hardly any people walking around in that kind of weather. It was just by chance that Mrs. Barkley was able to find her. It seems her dog ran off and she was out looking for him and found him snuffing around in the pile of snow in our front yard. I don't want to think about what would have happened to her if she hadn't found her. Immediately, she called the ambulance and was taken away to the hospital. A neighbor also called the police because nobody recognized the girl as anybody from the neighborhood.
Oh, and how is she? I mean, is Debbie okay?
I was told it wasn't anything serious, just a broken ankle. She's recovering just fine, apparently.
Which hospital is she at? Where'd they take her?
Why do you want to know? Are you intending to go visit her? Visit your lover?
Huh? Well, I was just...
To be honest, I'm not at all concerned about your lover. I don't even know her. But to give out information about where she is hospitalized to the very person responsible for putting her in the hospital to begin with, that makes zero sense. So I'm sorry, Phil, I have no intention of telling you anything. Rather than worrying about your sweetheart, maybe you should start worrying about yourself.
Me? Why should I worry?
As I mentioned earlier, a neighbor contacted the police, and the whole thing kind of got a little more complicated.
What do you mean? How complicated?
Did you really think the police would just let this go? Don't you think they would have investigated this? A woman was injured, you know?
But the police... Why involve the police?
They cleared me of any wrongdoing, but I don't know what the situation is right now. I think they're still continuing the investigation.
Wait a second, what are you saying? That I may be in trouble? Or what's going to happen to me? What do they want from me?
Don't ask me.
How could you say that, Melanie? I'm your husband. How could you be so cold and unconcerned? This could be serious, you know? You're being way too unsympathetic, Melanie. Where's your compassion?
Am I hearing you right, Phil? You're asking me to give you compassion? Seriously? The guy who has 2 lovers? The guy who's been cheating on me for God knows how long?
Yeah, well, it doesn't change the fact that you're my wife and you have a responsibility, a duty to your husband.
Sorry, Phil, that's not going to cut it. Just so you're aware, I'm already talking to my lawyer about a divorce, so...
Huh? Wait, a divorce? You want to get divorced? And why talk to a lawyer? You're really blowing this thing way out of proportion, Melanie.
You don't seem to get the point, Phil. Like I said, you're the one with 2 lovers. You're the one that's been two-timing me. I don't want to hear any crap from a jerk who's been screwing around behind my back. You got that, buddy?
Yeah, well, it was just a fling. You're my main, my true love, Melanie. You know, I was just stressed out with work and all.
Pardon me, I'm your main? Huh? Well, that makes me feel so special, thanks.
Yeah, what I mean is, I picked you as my wife. You were the best of...
Best of the lot? Like selecting a used car or something? When are you going to get tired of that and get a new one? And by selecting, are you saying you were already going out with the other 2 girls even before we were married? Maybe there was more than 2.
No, of course not.
Sure sounds like it, Phil. You picked me out of the 3? I wonder why. Is it because I make more than them?
No, what I'm saying is...
I think I'm officially getting pissed off. Before I really go over the edge, maybe it would be better if we continued further discussions regarding this issue through our lawyers.
Like I said, this whole thing about lawyers is going way too far. Let's just talk face to face. I'm sure we can work it out between us.
This coming from the guy that's been screwing around behind my back? My pissed off meter just went up a notch. I wouldn't push it any further, mister.
But I was just trying to...
Please don't try anymore. You'll really regret it, Phil. I would advise against it.
Huh?
Okay, Phil, that's all I've got to say. Goodbye. Have a good life, Phil. I really was about to explode during that line exchange. Glad I cut it off in time. I talked to my lawyer after that and started the process of getting all the papers ready for the divorce. I'm so glad the lawyer will take care of the rest and not have to see Phil any more than I have to. I'm scared I may even give him a fat lip. About a week or so later, my lawyer was able to collect all of the evidence of his infidelity and came up with the amount we would be demanding from him. I was surprised that he got it all done in such a short period of time. The house we were living in was in Phil's name, so I was the one that had to move out. As for Phil, the 2 women eventually learned that he was secretly seeing the both of them. When they found out, you can imagine the furious reaction that must have ensued. Deborah, the girl that got thrown out of the house and ended up in the hospital, is apparently pressing charges against him. The other woman is also suing him for damages. Apparently, he promised her he would get divorced and marry her. Phil kept calling me and sending long, desperate messages online, so I finally changed my phone number and line address. I really can't thank my lawyer enough for moving quickly with all this before it got completely out of control.
Kate, hear this! I just got a talk with my supervisor. I got a promotion.
Really? Congratulations, Connor. I know you've been working hard. I'm so happy for you.
You got a promotion last month, too. That motivated me so much.
Oh, wow. I'm really glad I was a good influence. But you were the one who made your dreams come true.
It's not over yet. I got a raise. So my salary got higher than yours.
Is that so? Congrats.
Don't be too upset about it. I know it must be vexing right now.
Upset? Do I have a reason to? It's such good news.
You lost me. When you got a promotion last month, you gloated about how you got a raise. This is my paycheck. How do you feel now?
I didn't mean to seem like I was gloating. I wanted to tell you first. That's how much I was happy. It wasn't from vanity.
It doesn't matter what you felt inside. I still felt betrayed. I was so ashamed and pissed. And I knew I'd get my revenge.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Apologies won't heal my wounds.
But...
In the first place, it's wrong for a woman to be superior to a man. I'll make you pay for exceeding me. Just you wait.
Hey, Connor? There's something that's been bugging me for a while.
What?
You've been buying more and more stuff from luxury designer brands.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. Like your new clothes and your watch. Just the other day, I saw you wearing Gucci socks.
It's no big deal. I have to look the part now I got a promotion to a higher position.
Does your company pay that well? I understand how you got a raise when you got promoted, but I don't remember your job being that lucrative.
It's my money. I can use it how I want.
As long as you put equal sum in our joint account every month, I have no complaints. Are you sure, though?
I am sure. Stop being jealous of me because your salary can't afford luxury.
Am not. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Stop lying. All girls love a high life. When I started to wear designer ties and watch, the girls in my company started to walk up to me more.
Is that so? People like different things. Some people like designer brands. I don't care for them. It's not like all of the girls are flocking over you.
Yeah, sure. They aren't coming to me because of their taste. It's because I'm too handsome for them.
Handsome? What? Are you a narcissist all of a sudden?
Anyway, I am steps ahead of you now. By looks and my possessions.
Are you still on about that? It's not a competition, Connor.
You're just jealous. If you want to outrun me, why don't you go buy some designer bags or something?
I told you already. I don't care for designer brands. I'm happy with the stuff that I already have.
Really? If that's the case, why don't you have more luxury items? Stop lying to yourself.
Why do you care so much about branding? Luxury brands doesn't necessarily mean you're rich. If you don't stop, I'll tell your mother.
What? You're gonna snitch to my mom?
That won't be good for you, huh? She always has been strict to you and good to me. If she hears about you trying to dominate me, who knows what she'll do?
You coward, don't bring my mom into this!
Losers, weepers. Your persistence will be the end of you.
Don't you dare think you've won this. I haven't lost. Understand?
Hey, Connor. You did say you're going out today?
Huh? I told you yesterday I'm going to fish with a colleague. You're getting old quickly.
Is that colleague a man?
Yeah? What? You think I'm lying?
So you're out fishing with a male colleague of yours?
That's what I've been telling you. Don't make me repeat myself. I'm gonna lose a big one, so stop texting me.
Oh, pretty sure you already got that fish.
The hell?
Going out on a lunch date with a young pretty girl? Why did you lie to me? I didn't realize I was in a pond.
Wait, are you in the same place?
I was. Not anymore. I wasn't feeling great after seeing the two of you. I'm resting at the park after I took some photos for proof.
Why were you here? It's out of state.
I met up with a friend because I had spare time. We decided to come to this place for the occasion. Saw the hype on the internet, and there we found you. What a coincidence. To see your husband having an affair.
This isn't what it seems.
What? Are you going to gloat over how you can get girls now?
It's not my fault they're attracted to me. It's my duty to make them satisfied.
Don't be defiant. Do you not realize what you're doing? Aren't you sorry for her?
Why would I?
Have you forgotten you're married? What if she develops feelings for you? You know what'll happen then?
What?
The fuck? Are you really this thick? There's no future in falling in love with a married man. Stop feeding her empty promises. Or are you feeling something for her?
So what if I am? I'm gonna marry her after I divorce from you.
Are you serious?
Oh, hell yes. Unlike you, this girl's young and pretty. And she knows how to respect a man. Being with her makes me feel important.
You don't feel that with me.
You can do anything on your own. You can feed yourself. The only times you need me are when you want to use me as a ladder.
That may be so, but I'm not convinced. Are you sure you want this?
What do you mean?
Doesn't she work with you? How do you know she's not in it for the money? She approached you after you got your promotion, right?
She isn't like that.
How can you be so sure? You never know her true intentions.
I asked her when I thought the same thing, if she was only with me because she's after my money. She said no, and I believe her.
Easy for her to say. Who knows what she's thinking in her gut?
Are you doubting her now?
Of course I am. You're intent on marrying her. If that's the case, you're the one who will be in trouble.
Why me?
We're second cousins. If we get a divorce because of your affair, the rumors will spread like wildfire. You and your mother might lose your place.
Oh, that. No one will know if you keep your mouth shut.
The hell I am. I might not go around telling tales, but I sure am telling my parents the truth. Your mother will hear about it soon enough. And everybody else.
You really are dumb. If you don't tell anyone, no one will find out.
You're calling me dumb? If we're getting divorced, they'll ask us why, and I'm not keeping secrets.
You just have to change the story. Like we weren't compatible or something. Then there'll be no problems.
The hell you are! I'm charging you both alimony.
What for?
You know exactly what. You had an affair. There's no hiding it once the divorce is settled.
The hell? You know I can't pay that!
Why not? You've been telling me this whole time that you're earning more than me. How could you afford designer brands with your high salary? You must be able to pay for alimony if you could pay for your freaking watch.
About that.
Or can't you? I thought you had the money.
I do.
Then it's settled. I looked it up. The average rate is about $25,000.
25,000?
Well, it depends on how long the marriage was and whether there's children. So, I guess it'll be less than that.
Oh, okay.
Not too fast. Pretty sure you'll pay over $7,000, so I'll be ready if I were you.
Fine.
And also, you can come by the house for now, but don't talk to me unless it's necessary.
How necessary?
Don't talk to me unless it has something to do with the divorce. Do your own laundry and cooking.
What the hell? You're my wife. That's your job.
We're getting a divorce. It's not my obligation anymore. I'm not your housekeeper. Or what? Are wives supposed to take care of their soon-to-be ex-husband? After he had an affair?
No, but technically you could do it for me.
Hell no. Do your own chores. If you're not satisfied, then move out. I'm getting a lawyer to take you down. Goodbye.
Hey, Kate, have you moved out yet?
Huh? Why the hell would I move out?
It's been a week since the divorce was finalized. Stop clinging on to what you don't own anymore.
Oh, but I own this house.
Huh?
You haven't forgotten, have you?
That's my house. It was my father's before me.
When we got married 2 years ago, looking for a house, your father offered to give the deed in my name. Don't you remember?
Your name on the deed?
Yeah. He thought it was better I own it because I was more reliable. You agreed to that.
What was I doing at the time?
On your phone or something. I don't know. You probably weren't listening closely to the conversation. But you were there and you agreed to it, so this is my freaking house.
No way.
You weren't intending on moving in with your lover? That's too bad. You need to find somewhere else to stay now.
Then give it to me. It's too big for you to take care of.
I thought so as well. So, I decided to sell it. I already have a buyer.
The hell? You're selling it when you could just give it to me?
Yep, I'm not your fairy godmother in this story.
No, you're the evil witch. You have been all these years.
Like I care what you say about me? Sorry to disappoint, with you debt-ridden and all. You must have been looking forward to living here. No way, Jose.
How do you know about that?
After I found out about the affair, I went to a private investigator to gather more proof. Turns out, you had more than one skeleton in your closet.
You employed a PI?
You've been throwing money at expensive stuff like a lunatic. Didn't think you'd be able to afford all of it.
The hell?
You were too eager to look down upon me. Got carried away when girls started to notice you, huh? The girl you're intending to marry, by the way, has a boyfriend.
A what?
And quite a few sugar daddies. Doctors, CEOs, you name it. Oh, add lawyer to the list. She's a dangerous one. Seems like she'll sleep with anybody with means. Like I care.
Stop lying! You're making all this up because you're jealous of my happily ever after.
This is my last kindness I'm giving you as your ex-wife. Warning you to be careful of that woman. How can you be so ignorant?
You're jealous of her youth and beauty. You can't trick me.
Oh, you really are delusional. And how you go on about her youth? I'm still 30 years old, only 4 years apart from your mistress. Stop treating me like I'm so much older. It's rude.
But you are older than her. That's a fact.
Yeah, it is. Never mind. Treat me like a grandma. I don't care. Go on and blindly worship her. You have a lot of competition. Good luck. Don't come crawling back to me when you're all alone.
What do you mean by that? I have her and my parents, grandparents who support me. I would never be alone.
Don't you get it? Everybody knows you cheated on me.
What? You snitched?
Not me.
No way. I was careful not to be seen. Then the calls I'm getting for the past hour.
Probably about your affair.
Frick. I was ignoring it, thinking it wasn't important. I'm on a date with her.
You should pick up. Ignoring won't solve the problem. Won't make anything better, though.
I'm too scared. Do something about it.
No way. I'm getting involved in your mess. Your father promised me that I'll get my alimony money from you. As long as that's fulfilled, then I have nothing to say. Have it your way.
Don't abandon me. We were so close when we were growing up.
And who ruined our kinship? There's not a single chance I'm helping you out.
No, please.
Pay up for your sins. Have a nice life. I blocked his number after that text, so I haven't heard from my ex-husband ever again. I got the alimony from both the mistress and my ex a few days after that. The girl wasn't careful enough to hide about it, and soon, her boyfriend found out, putting her in a pickle. She quit her job, while my ex works his ass off to pay off his debt. As for I, after selling the house, I moved out. Unlike my ex, who was shunned from the whole family, I still see them often. I intend on enjoying the single life for now.